What's up, guys? One second, I'm trying to get my music up. Alright. Sorry. Sorry for the late stream. Barely got this one in time. It's 11:49 for my time. Barely hitting the daily thing. But I was on shift at my desk job from 6 to 11. So, just unfortunately did not have a lot of time today. Which also means this will probably be on the shorter end. I'm imagining an hour and a half, because I have work in the morning. So, do I have anything else I want to say? I do. Luckily, the scripts have been working on like the second, third, fourth try that I set retry protocols for. So, I'm thinking I will just continue with this, because I do love this project a lot. Like, I love how fast I made everything. I love like the UI of it. I love the experience of it. And like, unironically, I'm getting like 300 site visits like a day. So by far my most successful project. So I think I had a couple ideas of what I wanted to do next. I don't know where my notes are. Why did that just not open my notes? Oh, here. Okay. Wait. Make sure I'm on the thing. Okay, yeah. Maybe adding like ratings to foods, favorite dish of the month based on like how many things are favorited. I was also thinking maybe keeping some stats on like what foods are. I should probably write that down. Which foods are the most common by the number of appearances? Like different stat things that I think would be cool. Maybe like busy time, stuff like this. And then yesterday I kind of had a brainstorming session with there's one of you, I think his name was Kay, or at least that's all that showed up on the OBS, about some different project ideas, like maybe like an announcement bot that I'm streaming in Discord, make my own, so like it's a weight thing based on my YouTube channel. I think that'd be cool. Magic Mirror could be cool, like making like a physical type of project, but that's probably a bit down the road because obviously I'd have to do a lot of research, organize parts, or order parts, organize everything. So that'd take a little bit longer. Then I also had this like leetcode idea where when I say like I'm starting one, it would start a poll in my YouTube chat. I think that's a cool idea. But I do think what I'm going to do, I've been thinking a lot about how to make this poker project cooler. And I think what I'm going to do is instead of Python, I'm going to do it in Go. And the reason I want to do it in Go is because I want to learn more about WebSockets. And like using them for real time. So my end goal for that project will be to make like I guess a web app thing, like a poker game. I want to make like a real time I can hop on with my friends like on my own site and play poker. I think that'd be really cool. Because I was like racking my head of I could make an AI, or not like make an AI, I could like implement bots, play against them. Like, I still think I could do that as like a practice mode thing. But, I don't know, it just didn't excite me. And it didn't seem like a really cool type of project. And, I don't know, I feel like WebSockets are enough of like a buzzword but they're also like interesting to me. Like I've only done native HTTP requests. I guess it's really not anything more than like a continuous thing on the side of the TCP layer. Regardless, you know what I mean. Like besides just a basic single get, I get information back. So yeah, I think that was something cool to explore. Also gives me an excuse to write some more Go. Because Go has very good WebSocket support from what I was reading. I was like watching a talk. Is it here? Yeah, building real-time apps in Go. With Go. It just seemed really cool. It seemed interesting. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's gonna be that project, and NU Food is really gonna be my main two for a while. Other ones we'll put on the back burner for a little bit. Sorry, I'm so tired. It's been a long day. Alright. Regardless, can't not do leetcode. As with always. Really? Another bit problem? Okay. This is like the third XOR bit problem recently. Also, another thing, I don't know if anyone noticed, I am trying out Arc. I don't know if I love it. There are a couple things I don't really like. Like, it's really hard to, like, I don't want to always make a new tab. This might be, like, something I just don't know how to do, is, like, I wish I could edit what I'm on right now and not make a whole new one, right? Sometimes I just don't want a new tab. I want to, like, replace it. But, yeah. That's the plan. What's up, man? Alright. I need to put motions back on.
Aiden, can you remind me? I have the craziest story to tell you.
I can't wait. Alright. Zero indexed array derived from with length n is derived by computing the bitwise XOR of adjacent values in a binary array original of length n, specifically for each index I in the range 0 to n minus 1. If I equals n minus 1, then derived at I equals original at I. I'm going to need to write this out. So it's either XORing, or is this just saying the last bit? No, okay, so the last index in the array is the first one. XOR, oh, so original. Adjacent values in a binary array original. Wait, so we're given derived. Oh, so we pretty much have to make original. Ah, okay. Okay. Specifically for each index I in the range. If it's the last element, then derived. So derived's last element should be original at n minus 1. Otherwise, derived at I is the original at the ith XORed with the next one. Okay. But an array derived, your task is to determine whether there exists a valid binary array original that could have formed derived. Okay. So how can we think about this? How can we think about this? I gotta type this out. I don't have like a great instinct. I think you can kind of just mess around with XORs for a little bit, see where it gets us. Rev.I is original. I XOR next element. Dude, Alex, I know. Like, I said that in the beginning. I was like, I can't believe it's a third XOR. Unless we're at the end of the array, in which case we kind of wrap around and do -1 XOR start. Okay. The thing I want to think about is if we just start with like an arbitrary, like if we want to say derive, or like while we make this original array, I'm first trying to think if I even need an original array. Like if I can just programmatically do something along the lines of like just keep on flipping a bit back and forth, and then just knowing if that's like exists or not, or if I'm supposed to just like or if you just make an array, like actually make an array. Sorry, I'm trying to think, but I really don't know. I think there's like I think you do kind of just need to traverse it and then like compare elements maybe. So I think we do loop over and keep like, yeah, I think we're gonna do something like loop over derived and keep like just a single bit. And then at the end of that, we just compare that one, like what we get from the flipped to the end of derived, maybe? Ew. Why is this not light mode? I mean, why is this not dark mode? Okay. Let's say derived is 110. And say we just always start with saying we're 0. Then we just go through it. So derived at I equals original XOR original at the x plus 1. Have you heard anything from AWS yet? Sadly, no. I think even with the referral, I'm not gonna get anything. It's not a big deal. I'm just really unlucky with, or not unlucky. I think my resume is just unoptimized for AI scanners, maybe. Because I've gotten referrals for 3 places, including yours. By the way, thank you so much for the referral. I've never even heard back from any of them. Tends to be the same thing as like most interviews or most applications. We'll keep going though. Try my best not to stay discouraged. All right. So, I don't think it says submitted in the dashboard. Oh, then maybe I just have to wait longer. I'm not too sure. Me personally, I have not heard anything. I think I'm pretty sure XOR, in terms of this problem, I'm pretty sure XOR is commutative. I think, or not commutative, I don't know if that's the right word, but I think something like this, or like if you do, I don't know, X XOR Y equals Z, it's the same thing as saying like Z equals, or like Z XOR Y equals X. And the reason I say this is because what's going on in my head is I see that this original at I plus 1 is the XOR of like that with the original is derived. So if we want to compute the next value, we can instead just move this over to here. So instead of, like, we can just do derived at I, XOR with the current value. Let's just call it cur. I like this more if I come over here, actually. We can set cur to this, and then iterate. And then we'll have the value at the end once we go through the whole thing. And we know that that should be this, which we're just going to say our original is 0, because we're going to start with 0. So it's pretty much we do this until the end, in which case we do derived at -1 equals cur XOR 0. I think that makes sense to me. I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of bit manipulation problems the past couple days, but like I don't mind them because my CE classes have trained me well. I need to do way more practice on this keyboard though. Cur. I can actually just do XOR equals. Do we start at the 0th one though? I think we might go 1. fuck it. I think this is fine. Derived at -1 equal to, what did I say? Corrects are 0. Yeah, because that's our starting value. Come on, man. Typing can't be this hard. How did I use so much memory? What do you mean? How? I'm not even making an array. I'm looping over and changing a 1 bit value. I don't know what the fuck this syntax means. Okay. I mean, seems essentially like the same thing. Reduce XOR derived equals 0. Huh. Oh, can you also just do if... Interesting. It's the type of question I get in an interview. Dude, I'd pray if I got this in an interview. Are you kidding me? This is maybe my favorite type of question that I'd get if I could get this on an interview. I think I took 3 minutes on this. Give me some random other shit? Yeah, I'm cooked. I don't know why I'm still like looking through stuff. Yeah, this is just all I did. Oh, so you just check if it's equal to 0. Why would it be 0 at the end? XOR operation. This guy doesn't explain anything at all. Remains is insane. I think it's just because I like these bit problems. They're probably my strongest suit. Because I've spent many hours in assembly programs. It's like, I want to save this actually. Open link in new tab. Where is it? I guess I deleted it. I have this like, I wonder if I can find it in my files actually. I made like Dance Dance Revolution in assembly for one of my classes. I got real comfortable with bits. Yeah, here it is. There's audio playing, but I mute the audio for OBS. It doesn't sound good. But this had like thousands of lines of audio data and stuff too. And you like can actually have inputs. There's a score, rotating background. This shit was fun. That shit was really fun. A little bit of a masochist, but fun nonetheless. Alright, since that did not take that long, let's do 2 more LeetCode problems. What am I doing? Keep running away. 73% acceptance is crazy. Why am I not signed in? Oh, let's go and auto sign me in. Thought I was gonna have to do the same. Since I'm now on Arc, it made me like do the authentication for GitHub. I hate that shit. I mean, like, I don't hate it. Two-factor auth. I understand you need it, but I guess I should just ask you, Alex, what are like more common interview questions? Like, what should is there something I should be practicing? Like, are these more common than like dynamic programming problems, or like, I've never done a heap priority queue one. Tries, isn't that like the character thing? That's where like a character goes down to another character, right? Yeah. I could learn about this. Don't exactly know how I do it though. If you're interested in data type problems, not much program. I'm not really applying to data ones, but that's interesting. You literally just get like some SQL stuff. What does pipeline creation mean? Is that like the programming equivalent of like system design? I'd guess. Is like theoretically, how would you build X? How would you set up stuff? I'd imagine so. I'm kind of answering my own question. For this, I'm imagining I'd need to make my own node as well. LeetCode is designed like so well, and then this stuff just looks bad. Kind of what most of this stuff is in like AWS or Azure. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't looked into that at all. That's for another day. I'm thinking for these, like, what's in my head for what a try is something along the lines of, it's like a prefix character tree, right? So it stores like, we have a node A, like for the word A, B, C, or then like the word A, C. I don't know why I'm using these ones, but whatever. It'd be like we have a root node A that goes to A and B, and both have their own nodes of C, I think. So I'd imagine we just have nodes that each have a length 26 array. And at those points, we just store the nodes themselves, right? So like this would have like an array that at the 0th spot actually stores this value. Why are these? Why are these things so weird? I don't know. So like this would be like node A. And then that itself would be like another node, I think. Where was I? leetcode. Def init. What does it need to take? Make a char. Self.val. Let's try self dot. The only word coming to mind is like descendants. Children. Equals. None times 26. I think that's fine. I don't know if we actually need to like do anything else but this. Maybe we can add like an insert to this. Right, because this is pretty much just index would be the ord of char minus the ord of A. Yeah, they're all lowercase, cool. If elf dot children at index is none. Children at index equals node. Check. Yeah. What up, glue pickle? I'm back. Thanks for coming back, man. I appreciate it. Alright. What does an init for this look like? What you making? Right now I'm just doing some leetcode, probably for another 20-ish minutes. And then from there, I'm gonna decide. I have two projects in mind. I either want to do adding Twilio to my app to send like mass emails every morning once I like scrape the data, to give like users knowledge of the rest of the day, like where their favorites will be. I think that'll be a cool feature. Got other couple ideas for what I want to do with the new food, but also I have a newfound idea of making like a real-time poker site. Would that just get marked as spam? Yeah, probably, but I also want to integrate with Twilio. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, because I think I might be getting a referral for that application once it drops sometime later in the next month. So I think it'd be good to have a piece of my resume that being like, hey, I've used your product. I understand it. I've had it like integrated with an API, something like that. Not making a, wait, what? How am I making a gambling casino? Oh, because I didn't forget I said that. Obviously it'd be with fake, like, everyone just gets 1,000 credits. But I was gonna do the poker idea like natively, just like a CLI tool against bots. But I think it'd be cool. I was reading and watched like a talk about WebSockets and real-time data transfer in Go, and it really caught my attention for some reason. So I think I want to build out a real-time poker game, and then like obviously I'll eventually do some UI for it, but I think that backend could be really cool. So those are the two ideas. Probably be occupying this stream for a couple weeks. Something about you. All right. So what does this self have? Probably just a root, right? Self.root. Every piece you lose is a consequence. What type of consequence? Okay. What? But if I make a root, there's a piece you have to solve a leetcode. That's awful. Also, I'm maybe like the worst person to make a drinking game because I don't drink. The thing with making a root is that I guess just none. So for insert, we'll do, or no, root should be also kind of like this. All right. So insert we'll need to just random questions. That could be interesting. I'll add it to the list after this. So essentially we need to, for insert, be traversing and checking if it's already in it. And if not, okay, yeah. I think I have a decent idea of how to do this. Dude, I keep fucking mistyping on this. So we have an index. Cur equals self.root. And then it's pretty much just going like, is it none? Is the char none in this index? If it is, then we make it its own node. If not, then we just go down the line. You know? So if cur at index is not none, If it's not none, then cur equals current index, and we move on. Else node equals node with the value of char. Cur at index equals node. And cur equals node. Oh shit, no. Wait, this is wrong. I'm messing up what root is and what. So it'd be cur.children. I'll just add an earlier check. Should probably just make it that its own function. Call it like index or something, but whatever. If this is none, can I type, please? Then self.root at index equals node with a word at 0, and then cur equals self.root. And index. We gotta adjust this because we already did hit the first one. Actually, no, we don't have to. We can just do index equals that. No, we do need a cur. Fuck. What am I doing? What am I doing? In range, would go 1 up to the length of word. I get the index of cur dot children. I think I can edit them like this. I'm like actually not too sure. But like I think I can. So it's pretty much just like go through it. If it has a child, or like as you're iterating through the characters, we're just checking if it's in the next child list. If it's not, then we insert a node, and then that becomes our next node. Or if it's already in there, then we just skip it. So then search becomes really wishing I just did root as its own thing, because now I kind of got to do this again, which kind of sucks. That's bad design on my part. So now it's a node of that, and then we can go forgot to do this. We can take pretty much this, honestly. It's a lot going to be the same. We'll take this, but if cur.children is not none, we take that. How's the keyboard feeling now? It's the best feeling keyboard I've ever had, but I'm still very slow on it. And I think those two can be true. Because if I'm doing like, do a new tab. Like, if I'm doing purely typing with like no punctuations, like I can kind of keep an okay speed. Like, still it has some overhead in my head of like thinking through where the stuff is, because it's not normal. But once I start doing like punctuation and stuff, and especially like coding, I'm quite a bit slow, because I like made my own layer of like when I press a modifier key, then like this is bracket, parentheses, parentheses, and then like squiggly brackets under, and then like pluses and minus on my other hand, like on the Vim, kind of like the homeroom keys. Can't believe I just called them the Vim keys. The homeroom keys. So it still has like that overhead that I have to think about. You know? So all this is doing is like, I see, yeah. But like, I'm telling you, I've never been on like a better feeling keyboard. Like, when I'm moving, I'm fucking moving. And it also just, it's so comfortable. Like, I've always been so like uncomfortable like this. Having to be able to like go like this is so nice. You don't have to reach the numbers. Like, not really. Or numbers I don't have on a modifier key, because I can just like the way the key wells are. Or I don't know if you can really see this. What if I should just like on my Mac? There you go. Like, the numbers are really easy to touch, to be honest. Like, it's really close. But the thing I have is like when I press this, like if I press this and then you can't see it because my camera's in the way. Like if I go modifier A, it's like brackets. And this is closing, opening parentheses, closing parentheses, like F. And then this is like squigglies. It's just so I don't have to move like the native way of like doing it is really kind of awkward on this keyboard. Like they put the parentheses and stuff like 2 down. So you have to like kind of go all the way down. I didn't like that. And when I built this one, like I hand wired this and made it by hand. Like everything, I had to use modifiers because like there's no numbers on a corn. So it's also just more comfortable for me in that way. But I haven't used that one in a long time. Oop, I did not mean to click that. Let's hope I didn't have anything on. Okay. Is my camera bigger than it was before? This is gonna annoy me. I'll fix that after the screen. I think it is. I don't think it's fine. Okay. Back to this. I think essentially what I have to do is just like, you check if the root index exists. If it does, then we have our node. Then we just loop through it, check the char, get that index, check if the children is not none. If it's not none, then we just move the cur node. Else we return false. If we fall through, then we're fine. def starts with is just going to be pretty much this. How is starts with different than search, actually? How is starts with different than? Why can't I just return? This is like this is so stupid, but why can I not do this? Why can I not just search if it's in it? There's this one staff engineer at Niantic who had a similar ergonomically written neckline. I thought it was pretty funny the first time I saw it. Dude, it looks funny, but like I had some prior shoulder pain from like before starting coding from like high school sports. So when I would code for like, I don't know, 6, 7 hours now, like it was quite a bitch. Gotta know for search when a word ends. Yeah, but don't I know that by the loop? Like naturally. If at any point that like char doesn't exist, then it's false. But if I can go through the whole thing, then we're fine. If there's a longer word, you return true? How? No, but I'm going through the full length of the word. Oh, does for the word thing, it has to like... Oh, it has to stop for the word? Oh, I did not know that was one of these things. That's kind of like... Okay, that makes sense. Because they don't really say that here. Okay. Then in that case, we have to check at the end that its children is none. Yeah. So we can then return how do you do this syntax? It's like, I know you can call like all can I do something like that? What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Pass in iterable. This looks iterable-ish to me. Oh, true. Yeah. So how do you signify, actually? Do you need a little flag? Like, what my brain just says to do is add a flag to this. Doing DSA, I stopped DSA after I cleared the Google interview. Dude, teach me, bro. Good shit, Trism. Passing Google interviews, nuts. I simply just never used this insert thing. Whatever. Such is life. So it's here. My DSA very restaurant. Who cares if you got a job, bro? I feel like this shit does not matter if you're not looking for a job. Ending equals length of the word being equal to 1. Wait. It's killing me. Like find a host yet? No, still. What does TM mean? Called today with security team working on 0 knowledge proofs. Oh, team match, that's TM. Why would you say no? You always say yes. I guess, no, that's not true. Because then they could just immediately ask you a question. It's kind of surprising you don't know modern C++. Aren't you making the OS thing? Or I guess that's just C. I gotta cut that later. Yeah, I was worried. That's fair. Surely he just respects the honesty. I don't know what RAII is. I can't lie. I mean, once you make it to team match, it's almost guaranteed, but it's just such a lengthy process. Yeah. Praying for the both of you guys. Alright, I think I need to add an extra check in here too. So at a certain point, we're going to be done. So then we're going to check return It was a dream team too, because if it was NYC with flexible state there, that'd be so nice. Hey, I'll be manifesting. Let me know when you hear back. I'm interested. That's too small. Is this fine? Wait, no. Did kind of yap whole interview. I might just become a personality hire. You stuck at insert? Stuck is relative. I'm kind of just vibing. It's late. I don't really want to do this. I know mostly what to do. Just trying to understand if you're stuck or not. Yeah. I don't know, like it seems fine. But also I'm gonna get like 100 errors when I click this button. Yeah. And word is not defined. Oh, it's called prefix. Ah, shit. Because if I insert... Oh, because I need to update this. Shit bar. I was kind of close, though. It's just I missed this update part. Like, I forgot if you, like, reinsert something, you gotta reset the flag. Guess who's doing another scuffed solution? Maybe that'll work. Why? Insert app, insert Apple. Oh, fuck off. It's because I gotta do if isEnd is true. I'm not even gonna look at the chat because I know you two are busted, man. We make square wheels around here, alright? Mark isEnd true for every word when searching check. If words end match. I don't really know what that means. What up, Food Chin? Hard ass name for no reason. Yippee. Is it inefficient? Yeah. Do I care? No. Proud of that one. I did that all off the dome. With one fail? I'm the goat. Just came in and you solved my good luck charm. My goat. Alright. Alright. What do you guys think I should do? I have two options. I'm going to stream for maybe 20 more minutes. Probably go till 1:15 my time. I can either start porting my Python that I started for this poker game to Go, or I start working on Twilio integration for an NU food. Because I'm thinking of making like a favorites letter. Like for the users that actually have a favorite item. Alex, that's toxic. That's toxic. Also probably really true. Also, how do I put this over on the left? I don't like it on the right. Twilio? Alright, we'll do Twilio. Does anyone know how I can put this thing on the left? Because the panel layout... I'll do that later. Can you drag? No. Oh, here. Look at that. I'm a gamer. I'm gaming. Alright, so for Twilio, the dine-in app, yeah. Yep. Hate that shit. Email API for optimal inbox placement. Start for free. I do not have an account. All right, give me 1 second. We're gonna do this off camera. We're gonna make a quick account. Stream app, are you using OBS? Yeah. I just use native OBS. Because I don't need anything fancy for this, to be honest. It's just literally recording my screen and my MacBook's a webcam. Enter. Oh, okay, I was not even on this thing. Verify. What's up, Kay? Dude, why is there so much stuff to fill out for this? Wait, no, this is fucked. I set this email up without a last name. And last name is a required field that I'm not able to edit. Because it interprets it from my email. But I need a last name to continue. Are you fucking kidding me? Bless you, thank you. What the hell? That's crazy. Alright, I guess I'll use a different email with... use a different email with a last name on it. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do, but that's crazy. It's not very UX. Dude, it's not. That's some crazy shit. And now I'm getting something went wrong? Hell no. Why? All right, let's make a new browser. Sorry, I'm talking this through because I don't want all of my emails to be seen. Actually, fuck it. This actually doesn't matter. You guys can see this. Look at this. First name, Aiden. Last name. I didn't put my last name when making this Gmail. Like, if I put everything in, or besides my phone number, you guys get the point. If I click this thing, like, this one's also a required field. Right, I guess, can I go like this? Alright, I'll go like that. Nah, fuck it, I don't trust myself. I can't show it to you. But clicking the next button is literally locked. Which is some crazy shit. What the fuck? Alright, let me go on an incognito browser then. Maybe that'll solve my issue. That's so stupid. Unlock it in DevTools might be a good shout. Might be a good shout. Let me try that. No, it's still not editable. I removed the disabled, but it's... Maybe I can change this read-only aspect? That did work. That's really fucking funny. That's really funny. You just change it from the readme. I mean, from the read only. We'll add records to your domain registrar so we can send emails on your behalf. Oh, I don't want to do this right now. That's a lot of keys. This is really not the best content. Maybe I set this up later and pretend like I have it now. Yeah, might be the move. No grid docs. Let's just pretend like I have it. And then I'll set it up off stream when it's like not bad content for you guys to just be staring at a terminal while I enter keys into my DNS. All right. It's cool they have Go code. Swag. Func main, example user. Oh, you can have HTML content too. Okay, so essentially what I was thinking is clear. Something like we go to backend and then make a 2 a.m. already. Good luck. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a good night. I think here we just have something. Do we put it in database? Is there any of these that it really falls into? Because essentially what I want to do is query my database for all of the users. Because like all the users in the database are people that have set preferences. And then I loop over, I could probably just make another database thing for this. Like there's probably just some SQL statement that I can make that returns me like user ID mapped with their preferences, like the available preferences for the day. So I don't have to do like 2 different searches every time. And then I just iterate over that. Alright, but regardless, let's do Twilio. How do you name these things again? We didn't name them anything. Alright. So let's copy this. Oh yeah. What the fuck? I did not know I still had that running. Where's like the go get? Okay. Why is it saying incompatible? Whatever, it found them. This looks very zoomed out. How do I... I wonder why that doesn't work. Doesn't go, Lord. Okay, so essentially we'd have something like say in our DB get available favorites, and then boy, typing is difficult right now in my current state. Wait, why is that modifier got fucked up? Shit. Let's see if I can unplug and replug my keyboard. Did you fix it? Did. Cool. Something like func get all users and preferences, which is kind of just getting like the whole table of preferences, right? Essentially. Because like, let me check in this over here in this railway app for like the structure of Sorry, this is another thing I have to do off screen because technically there is data, not that it matters, but like. But like, I'm pretty sure how I do the preferences is I have like, just the table is like almost user ID and preferences. And if that's true, then I pretty much just have to return all the rows from the preferences table. Yeah, it is just user ID and then a favorites thing. So I kind of just have to return this whole table. And how do I do that? That's a return. I kind of forget. Have not done SQL in quite a little bit of time. Is it just select star? Alright, so I'll select user ID and I think, yeah, okay. So we would take in nothing for this. We would return an error. Kind of do this thing pretty much. No, we would return an array of like string structs. Right, so maybe for you, can I go into models? Type, what do I even call this? Like, I'm just going to call it preference return for right now. Which is going to have a user ID, which is going to be a string, and the preferences, which are going to be JSON encoded. So technically strings, right? Yeah. JSON encoded arrays first stored as strings in DB. Okay, so I would return it would return that models dot preference split on the error undefined models. Is it because it doesn't export that by default? Do I need to uppercase this? Is that what you're yelling at me about? I like loosely remember that that's something in this. Where's my tilde? Is that tilde? Yeah. It is that. I forgot that they don't export non-like capital things. It's gonna be an array of these, I think. Not like 100% about this, but that should return an array of them. Results. Can you tell I don't really know where the punctuation keys are? There's some db.exec. Select from Gorn, user preferences. Alright. What would I name these things? It's just user ID and favorites, right? Yeah. Do you comma separate things? Instinctually feels okay. Result.error is not equal to nil. What am I doing? What.print. Dude, I keep pressing the wrong keys. Else we just... I have actually no clue what type these are coming back as. I remember iterating over some type of rows at some point. Take something like this. No, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Hey. Because what is item in this? Oh, that's the var I make. I don't think I'm gonna be able to iterate like this. Simply because this type isn't really in it. Shit, it's already 1:20. I think I'll leave it like this, because like technically this is kind of doing what I want, and then I can just go into Twilio, something like, I don't know, preferences data is db dot I really need to make the macro for this. Not equal to nil. What do I want to do? I don't really know. I'm just going to print. What am I doing wrong? Maybe just log fatal. Come tomorrow, I will look more into the docs. I'll set my own account up, and we'll get more into that. I'll see you tomorrow for day 33. Good night, guys.